The Tech Matters YouTube channel brings you Creating Your Agent Website in Command with Director of Technology, CaseyDoty. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up your command agent site. So today we're going to be going through the setup of the main like 3 pages that's part of the configure your website option. Now you can add additional pages as well. That's not going to be covered today. I already have videos on that in the channel in this actual same playlist. So I'll talk about those at the end, but let's get right into it. After you log into command, well, the first thing you want to make sure is you need to have your profile completely filled out. So if you click on your name in the top right, go to Settings, Connect Settings, and Marketing Profile. Make sure you have your profile completely filled out. That's very important. This is where all the information is pulled from for your website. So make sure you have everything filled out, and be careful. The brokerage logo goes here, and if you're on a team, the team logo goes here. Some people switch those, but add in everything you can. Another very important thing is make sure you have a bio in there if you have one, because if you don't, it'll only let you put in a shortened version of it into the website, but if you put it here, it can be as long as you want. All right. To get started, you're going to click on Consumer. And this is basically where you go to create any web pages. Now, it's a little weird, but to edit web pages, you actually go into the design section, which again, I'll show you at the end. So right now, we're going to scroll down a little bit, and we're going to go to Configure Your Website. You're going to select the top option. I want to use the new KW Agent Sites. Scroll down a little bit, click Get Started, acknowledge and continue, and it's going to take you through step by step. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to select your domain and hit Confirm Domain. Now, I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it again, but if your domain is confirmed, you'll have a little green thing that shows up right here. Now, I recommend all the agents at my office buying a domain through GoDaddy. You can get it for 2 years for like $12. It's not expensive, and that way you have that domain to keep with you regardless of what you end up doing with your website. You can use that domain you bought with this website. There's some other benefits, but that's up to you. If you want to do that, you don't have to. Now, go ahead and click Marketing Profile, and we're going to scroll down, and you can see all this has been already filled out because it pulled it from my profile. So we're going to scroll down and make sure all this is filled out. And again, it should already be filled out. Now, you don't have to do anything in this compliance and legal footer thing right here. Unless your state recommends it, then your broker would know that. Now, for this class today, I'm going to be going through it, creating this specifically for agents at my office. But even if you're not at my office, you'll be able to use this video. It'll just be a little different for you. Okay, you're going to make sure all your pictures are in there, any social media links you want are in there, and then your KW app link. Now, you guys' KW app link will look a little different. It'll have a series of letters and numbers after this, and this might look a little different. I'm not actually an agent, so I don't have my own app, so I just put the generic KW one in there. Okay, after that, you're going to hit Save and Continue. You come into the first page here. So, you come in here, and the first thing we're going to choose is the red theme or the dark theme. That doesn't really change a lot on your site, just changes a couple of the colors of some of the buttons, so I'm just going to leave it on the red theme. Now, homepage text, this is what shows up over your search bar here, and just for future reference going forward, any changes or anything you're entering, you're going to do on the right-hand side, and then those changes appear on the left-hand side. So you can't actually make changes on the left-hand side. You make them on the right, and then they appear on the left. So, for instance, you can see if I take out the word home, you can see that it removes that from right there. And we're actually going to go ahead and capitalize all those. Next is they call it the hero image. That's your banner. So you're gonna pull in, you can pull in up to 5 pictures. I recommend at least having 3 that are going to rotate. Now, it's not, most people aren't going to stay on the home page long enough for it to rotate through 5, but you want to have at least 3. Now, these need to be pictures you own, either listings you had, pictures you bought from Shutterstock or another company like that. You can't just go to Google and download images. The copyright fine is very high. So you're going to pick out some images and upload those. Now, for my office, I have shared a Google Drive file with you. And if you don't have it shared with you, if you're from my office, just ask me and I'll share it with you. So it's called KWAZ Info from Casey, and we're going to go into Agent Website, and this is going to be all the stuff we need to set up the website today. So the first thing we're going to do is go into Website Pictures, and we're going to download 3 pictures that we like. So I'm just going to right-click, download. Now you can double-click the pictures to open them up, and it'll show you a larger view of them. Okay, now back to this main page. So if this is the first time you log into this configure site, you're going to have a list of 5 pictures here. So to get rid of those, you just hit the little trash can button and it will clear those out. Now we're going to go ahead and upload our pictures. And you do have to do them one by one. So let it upload, do set image, give it a second to upload. Upload the next one. And then upload the last one. Again, you can do 5. That's up to you. You can do as many as you want. Now, another thing we started doing is also, if you'd like, you can actually add in your logo onto these. The logos up here aren't as large as some people would like, so you can actually add a logo or anything you want onto these pictures. Now, you have to do it before you upload them, and you can do that. You can create, for instance, in Canva, you can create a custom size image, and it says 1200 by 1200, but I wouldn't do that. I would do 1600 by 1200 pixels for the size, and then just save it, save the pictures as PNG, upload them on here, and see if it works right. Now, depending on which computer somebody's on, or if they're on a phone, the picture is going to look different, because this is actually a responsive, what's called a responsive website. So I'm going to click preview here and you can see this picture. Well, depending on if I zoom in or out, you can see it actually shows less of the picture. So don't be so particular about what it shows right here, because it's going to show more of the picture depending on what computer they're on. Okay, so we have our pictures uploaded. So now we're going to do save and continue. Now the next page here is the About Us page, and this is where we're going to basically do the company profile for our Keller Williams office. So in all these pages, the first thing you do is the search engine optimization here. And so, and again, for the agents in my office, inside this Google Drive file, you will have right here under this configure your website, it's going to have every piece of text that you need to copy and paste. So it's going to go through literally every little section here for you to copy and paste these into here. So I'm gonna move this to another window on my computer so you won't be able to see me copying and pasting, but literally, so this would be the first thing we're going to do. So we're going to do Control-C or however you copy, and then we're going to paste that into the company profile. And now just leave the URL slug as it is. So the next thing we're going to do is the SEO description. Now, for those of you that aren't at my office, you can type the same thing here. It would just be based on your company, your Keller Williams office, and not ours. And this is just a suggestion for what to do on this page. I've tried to make it easy for our agents to have something they can put in here. You can always go in and edit it later. And then also, for those of you that are on Teams, I have another video that shows you how to set up a page that's very similar to this, except it's all about your team. So this one's going to be about KWAZ, but then you'll also have a page that is all about your team. So that's in a different video. Okay, so now we're going to go to Content. And we're going to, again, I'm going to be copying, pasting from that Google Doc. Company profile, and you can see it appears right there. And we're going to come back to the images in a minute. We're going to do that at the end. So now the intro paragraph, this is kind of cool. It allows you to do a video in the intro paragraph. So I've gone to YouTube and copied the iframe data out of YouTube. So if you wanted to do a different video, you can go to YouTube, and oh, this is my YouTube channel here, CaseyDoty Tech Matters. So if you wanted to grab a video to embed on your website, you can do this on most videos on YouTube. You hit share, and then you click embed up here, and then you just copy this, and it's going to copy all that embed code, and that's what I've already done ahead of time. And so it's easy to paste there. And then once the website goes live, this will actually turn into, in this instance, a cool KW video. Okay, so now we're going to do the section 1 headline. So for our office, I chose to do the history of our office. Now again, this is just a suggestion. You do not have to do this as this section. And I'm going to pull a paragraph here. Again, we'll come back to these images in just a second. Now for section 2, we're going to do our KW values, and that's the Y4C2Ts. And again, I'm just copying and pasting that on here. And if you're from another office, if you want to pause the video and you can actually read what I have here. A good suggestion for this is, I just went to the company Our Office website and pulled this from our office website. So most other offices will have that possibility as well. So for the footer title, did our office name, and then footer paragraph, we just did how long we have been in office. So now we're going to go back to the header images. So now this one is sized a little differently than the images we did on the home page. So I'm going to go back to my Google Drive here, and this one I'm going to go into the About Us page photos. And for those of you that aren't part of my office, you can see right here the picture size it suggests is 2,000 pixels by 500 pixels. So again, you can go to a website like Canva, set up that custom size, and put any picture you want on there and save it and then upload it here. So we're going to go in here, and you can see some of the pictures are the same, but they've been sized for this page. So I'm going to select this one right here. I'm going to download this one. I'm also going to download this Y4C2Ts because we're going to be using that. And then for the last picture, I'm going to use, let's use the cityscape here. And again, you can use whatever pictures you want as long as you own them. So let's go back to the website. So let's upload the header image. And then as you can see, it pops up here. You're going to drag this and kind of center this where you want it. And then we're going to go to section 1 image. And I'm going to use this one right here. And again, you can see it does a little piece of it. So we're going to set that. And then for the last one, I'm going to use the Y4C2Ts picture that we downloaded. And again, drag this and kind of center this so it looks right. All right, so that's it for the About Us page banner, or the About Us page. So go ahead and click Continue. And now we have 2 more pages left to do, and they actually do not take that long. So again, for those of you that are at my office, share the Google Drive file with you. It has exactly what you want to do, what you want to copy and paste here. But this is very simple. So I don't even need to copy and paste this. I've done this enough times. So I'm going to do about my name, and you can do your last name if you like. You can leave this as about me. And for this, I'm going to do so now, if you were on a team, you would do your name, Realtor, at team name, and then Keller Williams Arizona Realty. So you do need Keller Williams Arizona Realty there, and you do need to spell it out. So now after you do this, we're going to go to content, and again, we're going to do about and your name. Again, you can kind of get as formal as you want here. If you want to do your first and your last name, you can. Now for your title, I would do Realtor at Keller Williams Arizona Realty. I'm the Director of Technology. That's why mine has Director of Technology. And actually, again, I need to do that here. Okay, and then a bio title, just did about Casey, and then your bio should populate into here. And if you didn't do it in your profile, then you'll be very limited on how much you can put in there. So you can see it has your contact and your name. There's no dashes in your phone number, but you can see there are dashes over here on the left-hand side. So let's go ahead and do continue. Okay, so now we're on the next page, the Contact Us page. So we're going to do contact and your name. Just leave that as, I'm going to put it as Contact Us. SEO description, so we're going to do your name. Oh, actually we're going to do contact. Okay, so that's my website. So I did my website there as well. Okay, now we're going to go to content, and we're going to do contact again, contact Casey. You can put something in the intro paragraph if you'd like. For instance, here's what I do. Please contact me if you have any questions. I am more than happy to answer any questions you have. And then I also put want to find out what your home is worth. And I'm going to change this. I'm going to say that doesn't sound right. Please contact me if any questions. Sounded a little redundant what I had there before. Message hint, you can leave that or you can change that. That just kind of gives them a suggestion if you want to try to get some info from them that they might not have put in there. Again, phone number, this place you do have to enter the dashes, and then your email. Save and continue. All right, your website is created. So you have to do one more step here. So we're going to go to Manage Sites. And this is very important. Your website will not be live until you do this. So go to Site and App Settings, and then make sure you click right here on you. Make sure you do this, or your website will not be able to just be the generic website. So now I'm going to show you how to edit it. So you can go right here and edit some of the basic stuff. You can edit the pictures on the home page. You can see your URLs, and then if you're an agent, your app URL will be down here as well. There's a new option. You can do featured listings on your website. So once you have that set up, you can actually select your listings right here. I have a video on that as well in this same playlist. Theme, again, you can change your to the darker red theme. And then site pages here is where you add other pages to your site, so additional pages. So the additional pages you can do are, you can do a download my app page, you can do a meet our team page with a listing of all team members, you can do a free blog through Homekeeper, which is super cool. They basically do a blog for you that's branded to you. You can do testimonial capture and review. So after you create those pages, this is where you would go to add them. And so you can see, like, I have a couple pages added here. You can do review, like testimonial capture page, and then you would be responsible for putting in the page title. That's actually what will show up in the menu on your website, URL slug and SEO description. So I'm going to delete that right now because I don't want to do that. So that is how you go in and create your website. Now, last thing here, to edit those pages that you've already done, you're going to come on the left-hand side, you're going to go to the design section here, and then once you're in designs, you're going to go to agent site, and this is going to show, I have a ton because I've done this a bunch of times, but you're going to be able to find the pages you've created, and for instance, say we wanted to edit the company profile. Well, click on it. Give it a second. and it'll take us in here to the page we just set up. You can see here's the video I did with all the stuff you can do, and you can now edit this page. So to actually edit it, you're going to click on Configure Widgets, and then it's going to show you all the stuff you did, and you can edit any of this stuff you have there. And then you'd hit Save and Apply and Save Changes. I'm not going to do that because I didn't make any changes. But that's how you actually go in and edit any pages you've already created. So there you go, guys. That's agent website creation. Now, again, like I said, inside this same playlist on YouTube, you'll see how to create all those additional pages. So check out some of those other videos. Have a good day. This video is brought to you by the Tech Matters YouTube channel. Check out the link to the playlist in the description, and that will show you how to add other really cool pages to your website.